click, which actually shows up on the next page, but they're going to remind them.
Okay, so we're live.
Woohoo!
Oh, I see you. I went into the lobby and I clicked, and there's Sherry.
Oh yeah, I have to remember.
Or my silhouette against this bright sky.
Oh, did you play it for all?
I got it.
I got it.
Did you do what?
Yep. Okay. I see. Excellent.
But what's weird is if you're watching it there's the delay.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly right.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's too weird.
Okay. So catch me up, or keep going. I'll catch up.
We got to the bottom of page 8 and add it. Stay there. Do not click anywhere else. So now we're at the top of page 9. So,
And
are you guys still deciding who's going to do what? Are you?
It's exactly what I was just going to say.
Okay.
Do you want me to start, Paula, or do you want to start? Doesn't matter to me.
And at this point, we'd be on air, right?
That's correct.
So we're on air, and then, well, they're also doing the calibration. Got it.
Exactly. And if you go into your calibration event and click on the first paper, 16712, right now the only thing you see is correct scores. You might see a blank table underneath. Can one of you screen, because James is going to have Shauna do a little bit more work with the permissions so that Sherry and I will be able to see exactly what you see tomorrow, but it's just not quite ready yet. Could one of you, Bob or Paula, could one of you screen share from the calibration, click on that 16712 and then screen share and show us what you're seeing?
Do you see it?
Yeah, okay, that's what I see right now. So if you click on View Calibration Results, does it say, right now it probably says Calibration Results Not Available, is that true?
Yeah. Yes.
So tomorrow what you will see there is you'll see the correct scores, and then you'll see the table, and then you'll see the room scores, or it might be reversed. I think it might be the room on top and then the table. But right now, obviously, nobody has put in their scores.
Right.
So this bullet at the top of page 9, if you look down on the second line, that's the main part of that is telling them to quickly jot notes about evidence. We're really not going to give them very long, but somebody needs to say that.
And I think, so I can tell you what the high school room decided to do. The high school room decided that they would divvy up the papers, and for each paper, one person would lead the whole process, and the other person would be in the lobby watching the chat if there are any clarifying questions.
That sounds great. How many papers did they decide they're going to do?
They're going to do 6.
Okay.
And these papers should be in the order that you decided that you wanted the practice papers in, if you decided that.
They are.
Yeah.
Great. Sorry, I think I was trying to figure out how to get the Hangout on Air working, so sorry for not being caught up with that.
So, Bob?
So you want me to start, and then?
Well, I'm thinking you need to do paper number 3, because that was the one that I sent you the email about saying, ah!
I'd be delighted.
I sent him an email last night going, okay, I'm looking at this one and I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to see here. And then I told myself,
Yeah,
I
what
got
cracked me up is that your advice to yourself is what you were telling me the whole time that made perfect sense. It's like, it's a 4. What makes it a 4?
I did. I had to channel Joanne to myself.
Well, I channeled you, so it worked.
You know, that is so excellent. It just shows the through line of the generations.
Oh.
Do you want to do every other paper? So I'll start, you do the second, I'll do the third?
Sure.
For variety?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so the first one's a 6, I think, right? We just looked at. And then the second one is
a 3.
A 3.
It's a summary.
And then
Of
the
all the things that happened.
third one's a 4, mostly. Yeah, that's an interesting paper, especially because of the sentence fluency.
Yeah. And I think I even did, the fourth one, I think I wrote the commentary again.
Mm-hmm. And that's one where the conventions are really strong, too.
Yeah.
So which paper are you talking about?
The Martin, the second Martin, number 4. It's a 5, except it's 6 in conventions.
Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know what? I only have through 5 in our practice set. I mean, in our calibration set.
Oh, really?
And then
I
the
better
other
check.
one. Yeah, as they came to me stapled, because I haven't taken them apart, I only have 5.
I hope my the paper. Oh, I'm in high school. Thank goodness. Okay, back up, Sherry. Here's middle school.
So paper number 6.
Are you talking about ink?
So it's practice set 1, is that right? Or
Practice set 1 goes A, B, C, D, E.
I have to look on the floor. Hold on.
Well, wait a minute.
No, there's only...
Anchor, practice. I have.
If it goes to E, maybe you guys decided just to put 5 papers in the practice set.
We did.
Okay, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in what I'm looking at for the practice set, but you probably wouldn't know that.
4,
So I'm still counting.
5. Yeah, I only have 5.
They're all here, though. We have 9 calibration papers.
Oh, because there's a second set?
Yeah, there's practice set 2.
Yeah, there's a second set. That's why.
They go all the way through I.
Okay, I'm looking.
Yeah, these are the others.
But you know, it's at your discretion if you want to have that first calibration be 5 papers or 6, if they're depending on whether they've all got it.
Okay, because I have... According to how they were sent to me, or how I have them set up, for some reason, I have F being the rate cal set.
You have F being what?
The recalibration set.
Well, if you can call it recalibration, on my sheet it's called practice set 2.
Okay.
And when you get down to practice set 2, you're talking about recalibration. So,
Okay.
So do we want to just do the first 5 papers on Friday, Paula? Is that what we're doing? That first set, or are we digging into the second set?
I'm hoping we can do it in 5.
if they're pretty much together, you should be able to do it in 5. If not, you can do one more or pull somebody aside.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun seeing behind the scenes.
I know.
Exactly. That's right, Bob. This is the first time you've been a room leader.
I know. I'm so excited.
Well, you'll have to let us know how much fun it is, Bob.
The only thing you're going to miss, Bob, is as a room leader, it was always fun to watch the body language during this portion.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Well, but
Well,
you
in
all can
Chicago-
still leave the Hangout on air and go and visit the table. Oh, no, I guess at this point they'll be in the lobby, so you won't be able to see their body language. They won't yet be at their table groups.
Yeah.
So,
But Chicago, there's always Chicago.
We left the 6-minute table groups.
Yes, that's correct. That's Sherry, that's an excellent, so that's what I was going to say. If you, after the reveal, then we're sending people to the table groups for 6 minutes, and you all are visiting.
We realized that some papers don't have 6 minutes worth of talk about them, and others probably have more, but that was the best we could come up with.
Makes sense.
So after 6 minutes, one of you is going to have to send a notice for everybody to come back. And I think this is where we were really talking about the table leaders being able to talk about these papers. So I had it all messed up with the anchors, Linda.
Okay.
This
All right.
is what I was thinking about. So apologies all around. This is what I was thinking about.
And this is exactly what we were saying, right, Paula, that I remember doing this live. This is where the table leader would actually do the talking.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay,
So
that
if
makes
you have
sense.
anything extra to say to them. But also, if the 3 of us are going to be visiting those rooms, I don't know the papers as well as you two. If I stop in on a group and they need one of you, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I'll leave one table and walk over to the other.
There you go. Or fly.
Exactly.
Fly.
And I think this is where we need to help those table leaders with that facilitation of have the scorers talking about why the paper is a 4, not why it's something else.
Exactly.
'Cause
Yeah.
this is,
But they have to do it fast.
right. But so ask any clarifying questions. So maybe.
Yeah, this is where there's a thing on the anchors that says people can look for additional evidence for why it's that score. That's what I was worried about. Could pull them off. And I think what we really meant was for that kind of discussion to be here. But whatever you guys decide.
But if they're finding additional evidence to support that score, I don't think it's going to pull them off. I think
Right, it
it's
won't
just
unless they
it's
find
going to
evidence
reinforce. Yeah, it's going to reinforce what they need to know
Yeah.
about that paper.
unless these people won't, I think, try to find evidence that'll pull it off.
And it'll be interesting because a Oh no, in their table groups they'll be talking. I was thinking it when you only have the chat, but they'll actually be holding a conversation.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's why we visit.
But if
Yeah.
if they find a piece of evidence that looks like it's a different score, that's where we get to use your favorite phrase, preponderance of the evidence.
Right.
It's like, yeah, that might.
And
And
be the
hopefully
case.
we'll get to use it because I think that's important. So let's hope.
I hope so.
So have you guys decided how you're going to do this?
Well, not other than we're going to do every other paper. I'm going to start. We're going to go through the whole process like Jason and Amy are planning on doing, right?
Right?
When we're off of here, if there's some time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this and make sure I'm real clear on where we are and what I'm doing.
yeah, me too.
That's my goal.
Yep. Good. Good, good.
I can continue to send the reminder.
Great.
Oh, okay. Just, yeah. And if
But
I
then-
notice that 7 minutes have gone by, I can remind you to remind them or
Yeah.
just chime in.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing, again, to keep in mind is that once we start this broadcast, we're going to be on air live. So you won't be able to talk to each other in here about what's happening. So if you feel like you need to have a conversation about what's going on, I would recommend that you pop over to the room leader table. Or you can type in the group chat. But anything that you say on here will be broadcast to the whole group.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we need to have the chat.
And then do you guys want to just practice? I have to stay in here so this doesn't go away, but do you want to practice and each go to the table leader table or each go to a different table and then come back in? You may feel really confident with that, but
No, I'd be happy to do that. So, hey, Paula, I'll meet you at the table leader table.
Okay,
Or do
so
you
we
want-
have to leave this one. Table leader. Got it.
Table leader. Okay, bye.
Linda, I think Alexina came to work with me. I think I should spend some time with her.
yeah, I think so. But I think that you're probably, I know she got you set up for the admin stuff, so it looks like you're okay because you were able to get in. You should be able to get in.
I'll stay. Let me just go physically check her, and
Sounds good.
I'll be back.
Welcome back, Paula.
Hey, thanks. So when we were just talking though, if we leave this, then the picture in the lobby just becomes what?
So it will be whatever Steph or Alexina have up on their screen.
Oh, so it'll just be a generic like NWP something. Oh.
Exactly.
So it
Yeah.
won't be an empty chair like Sherry is right now?
No, because Sherry is actually still in this room.
Right.
Well, we could do that. I could, like, put some clothes on my dog and sit her in my chair.
Only if you have multiple Google identities.
Oh, that's funny.
I haven't, but maybe it's time.
Maybe. Who knew?
You could be like all those people that have the Instagram accounts for their pets.
Yeah. I don't have that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're calibrating. We have a lot of calibration tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our day, right?
Yeah, that's basically what you'll be doing with the table leaders. Now, I think with going through 5 tables or 5 papers, it probably won't take that long. But what you'll want to do in the last, if you look at the final block with the table leaders tomorrow, that will really be time to discuss all of the facilitation things. So I would recommend that certainly in that 250 block, or even earlier if you're done, that you should go ahead and all just go to the table leaders table. I'm going to change these things because let's see.
Cool. So, and since I have like it wasn't in here, so can you do it? Cool. And I think that's all of that like comments.
So I'm changing the location to, instead of grade level table 1, I'm changing it to the table leader table for tomorrow's things.
Is that for all of the ones that say table level or blah 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 grade level table 1? Change all of those?
For Friday, yes. Until you get to the 4:45 p.m. when the scores come, and then that will be people will go to their assigned table.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So do you want to talk a little bit about so essentially you'll use the same process on Saturday with the rooms, except that the tables will go to their assigned tables for those discussions rather than to the table leader table. And then on Saturday, let's just skip ahead to scoring.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
On the schedule for Saturday, when it says location room, does that mean lobby?
Where are you?
First thing Saturday morning.
First thing Saturday morning. Okay.
It says location room.
Anchor paper clarification and calculation.
Oh, here.
Yeah, that must be the lobby.
What page is it on, Paula? This is Saturday Q&A, whole group Q&A about anchor papers. Tell me what page number you're on.
Wow, what page? I'm on
It's
sheet
the
1.
second page. On mine, it's the second page, but
It's
What's at the top of the page, and then what page number is printed out?
Hold on, I'm looking at the schedule, not at the script.
Ah,
Sorry.
got it. Got it.
Wow. Papers.
So, which day are you on?
I'm on Saturday on the actual schedule, block schedule.
Okay.
Right there, it says room. Do we mean lobby?
Yeah, that means begin in grade level lobby.
Okay. That's helping me, thank you.
Move to assigned level tables. Good catch.
So that would be the other ones too then.
Yeah, here, let me hopefully people haven't printed this out. That was the problem with linking it earlier rather than later, because some people thank you for catching this.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so our room leader meeting at the end of the day is TBD, because you all are in different on Hangouts, so that's the one thing that we haven't yet figured out where we'll meet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because we. Oh.
Probably the room leader.
Right, but the high school, but normally, Bob, we meet
Oh,
with the high school and the middle school together.
got it.
Like
Inland
you,
suite with wine.
right, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right.
Oh, there's always a trip to the bar before we hit the elevator.
Yeah, exactly. Go get your glass of wine, then come to Linda's Sweets.
Okay, well then that's what we're calling the room, Linda's Suite.
No. Oh.
Okay.
So, Sherry, one thing that I'm realizing we're going to need to go over with the table leaders is about the conference rooms. Is Sherry in there?
Oh, there she is. Hi.
She's
But her-
muted.
Oh, she's
Her,
muted. Okay.
Mic's off.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that sounds right. I've been making little comments all along. You just missed all that.
Oh, wait, that's wrong. Oh, shoot.
And what was it you just said? We had to talk about the table leader meetings?
So when the table leaders want to meet
One-on-one.
one-on-one, we'll have to explain to them which their conference room is.
Okay. So, no. So what's not, I think what's not on our agenda is to actually take them through the unhangout room and structures.
Right. So we should probably add that. Someplace toward the bottom of this, I have a bunch of things that we need to go over with table leaders. I think it's at the very bottom of the scoring page. So helpfully, where we'll really see it easily. Yeah, so on page 13, table
Yep.
leaders discussion.
There it is.
Oh
Well,
my
that's
gosh.
about.
Now, I think they know about the conference rooms, though, from their orientation. I just wasn't at those.
I don't know. What if we?
Yeah, that's where I took all those notes that got us all confused.
On page 10 of the script, where it says we take time to plan and discuss table facilitation.
I'll cut and paste this whole thing.
Up to there.
Yeah.
Good. Keep the unhangout open, move to scoring. Okay. Maybe.
Okay. I'm putting this in now. There you go. Do you see it on page 10?
I'm going to go there.
I got it.
Yeah. Slick.
We to discuss this. Okay. I can't write anymore.
Can you remind me what the second bullet means?
Yes, I can. So in the AWC Online, one of the table leader responsibilities is that all scorers are assigned a status of score 1. And what that means is that none of their scores go in as final scores until the table leader has reviewed them and then puts them in, and then the table leader has to submit them. At some point, the table leader decides, okay, this person is doing fine. I'm going to switch them to a score 2. And from the scorer's perspective, it won't make any difference. They won't know that they've been shifted. But this is like really a discussion about, okay, this is like one of your main responsibilities as a scorer. What are the things that need to happen? And fortunately, in this pilot, at least there aren't many people. So I think in middle school, don't most people just have 2? Yeah, they just have 2 scorers each.
Right.
So, they're navigating all of the new technology, but they don't have so many people to follow.
All right. So the one thing that and maybe Bob, you can help me. The one thing I remember, it seemed as though when you released that scorer, that was almost like a confidence builder. So, or when you would say, you know what, you're good to go. Let's just go for it. And they kind of understood, like, oh, okay. So if there's never that message to them, I'm just wondering. Just a thought.
That's a great point.
You can still deliver the message, but you could also tell them you're going to put them back on probation at the beginning of every block, or not. Well,
Yeah.
So I think that's fine if people want to put them back at the beginning of every block, but it might really slow down the scoring. So that's a good question. Do you want to revert to score 1 status the beginning of every block? And I can see why if we were scoring CRWP papers where the prompts are so very different from each other, these prompts, even though they're different readings, are pretty similar.
yeah. I think that's something that James told people when you weren't on the phone. So, he was just going by strict, protocols, but
Well, he was probably saying that they could do that.
Yeah.
But not substantively that they would necessarily want to. So
Right.
that's certainly something. I mean, the point is that as a table leader, they may still want to read behind.
I think even when you release them, you just say,
Yeah.
I'll just check you every now and then.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or come to me if you have an issue.
Yeah, because I remember that, Sherry, was a big one for people, just to know that you're there.
Yeah.
And they would often, just to make sure they're still on track.
So the question will be, how do you get that message to your scorer?
Yeah.
Well, that's just something we might want to be thinking about.
Yeah.
As this is a pilot, and we want to be thinking about all these things.
Exactly. So, there are a bunch of things that are sort of built into this system. So people can attach a note to anything that they submit. So one way is through the AWC online system. The challenge with that is that it can, take a while to see it because the table leaders in particular have a queue. We're asking people to keep open their table hangout and be at the table when they're scoring, sort of, with their own sound muted but able to listen. So another way is that either the table leader can type in the chat or could say out loud, Bob, I'd like to touch base with you now. And presumably the table leader will do that with each scorer, especially with only 2 scorers per person. They'll have sort of those one-on-one check-ins. Anything else that you want to add under that table leader discussion?
I don't know. We had that nice little. I remember last summer we had that nice little list of tips for table leaders or something. You remember that, Bob?
Oh, yeah.
Did.
Yes. Where is that? I bet it's written down somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Hold on. It's going to take me just a couple minutes to log into the server.
I know exactly where it is, but go ahead. You may still find it before I do.
Oh, I don't know, because I don't know exactly where it is.
July I3 scoring.
Well, I'm not even connected to the server, so. Because with the Mac, you're not automatically connected to the server in the office.
Table leader guide.
Sherry, why don't you just email it to all of us and also include Amy and Jason.
You know what? This was the guide for the
Topic immersion.
yes.
But I thought it was right around there.
Sherry,
Is that
is it in?
The script.
Yeah, I think it might be in the script.
I want to say it was in our facilitation agenda or whatever we called
Yeah,
that.
I feel like you're right, Paula.
We had them handle recalibration, and
Oh, yeah.
Here it is. I'll send it. But
Great.
I'm not sure this is what we want for this, but I'll send it.
Okay. Yeah, I want to say it just had tips for.
I think somebody may want to get their hands on this, and I don't think this exact thing is going to work.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Especially if it says something about restrict your liquids.
People can do whatever they want so long as
That's
they
right.
can still get on their computers.
Woo, we're at home.
So I hear you, what you're saying, Paula. I don't think this is it.
I don't think so either.
All right. So let's, I want to make sure that the two of you have like a little bit of time just to get your heads together for tonight. So let's just talk a little bit about how things are going to be set up on the score on Sunday.
Okay.
And walk through that part of the schedule. Well, so we should start on scoring on Saturday afternoon.
Right.
So I don't have the exact time. I think, yeah, sorry, I don't have the time in here.
That's okay.
This should say Sunday daytime too.
No, Linda, that is Saturday.
Right, I know, but the staff instructions are actually for Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So there will just be one Google Hangout on air open all day on Saturday, and it will close when scoring begins. So you'll go to the room leader. So once scoring begins, you'll just go and sit at the room leader table. So we could hang up from this on Hangout now and go to the room leader table if we wanted to.
Okay.
Or we can stay in here.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I'm fine either way too.
Let's go to the room leader table.
Okay, see
All
you
right.
there. Bye.
See you, bye.
Bye.